Hey there, guys. So there are a lot of really bad basketball games and bad games in general over on the NES. But today we want to look at one of the games that people keep telling me is one of the worst games of all time. Now, I know I've done a full-length video on this game, but I do want to kind of refresh myself about the wonders and horrors that are Harlem Globetrotters. So let's go ahead and push start to begin. Do you want to play the computer? Yes. Oh, no, I do, yes. No, I think I have to push select, yeah. I do want to be the Globetrotters. There's one player on my team. I want to play pro. We don't want it to be 12 minutes. That would be insane. You'll see here in a second. Okay, we'll do 5 minutes, right? Let's see if we can last all 20 minutes of this game. Oh, man, this game. So it's pretty easy to tell which players you are because you're the white ones. Yeah, there we go. So is this a good game? No, it is not. Is this like one of the worst games I've ever played? Yes. But is this the worst game on the NES? Probably not, right? That's the big question that we have here today. So what's going on is, as usual, I'm working on the next long-form video, which is probably going to be about the worst basketball games in the history of the NES. And that means that we're going to look at this one as well as some of the other games that we've been playing here so far. This is a bad game. But it's a bad game because it's just like this, like the whole time, right? So one of the problems that people have with this game is that they don't know how to play it. So if you play it like this, oh, whoops, I just got that stolen. How do I change players? Well, I can't. That's right. I remember this now. You can't change your player when you're on defense, which is the hallmark of a great basketball game. So if you play the game normally, you can like jump. You can go over here and you can try to steal the ball, right? You can do a jump shot like that, you know, and that's basically what it is, right? It's kind of a really, really crappy basketball game with really, really bad graphics. But the thing that makes this game fun is that if you start pushing things like select, you can do these like fancy passes and stuff. And if you push the start button, you can do fancy shots. So you can like kick the ball up like that. And oh, look, we didn't make it. So now we go in close and we do that. That's what this game's all about. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, boy, this game's taking a long time to play, you would be correct. This game feels like it takes an eternity to play. And if you're actually going to play this for 12 minutes per quarter, you are insane. Like, what happened there, right? He just sort of, like, fell down. Anyway, there's all sorts of stuff you can do. You can do, like, dunks from the free throw line. You can do a three-point line dunk if you want. You get this upright. So we'll try a whole bunch of little things. We don't care so much about winning and losing. Plus, we're on pro anyway, so it's going to be kind of hard. So most of the time when you're pushing start from like way out there, you're going to, you know, like bounce the ball on the ground or whatever. Well, I tell you, the generals are doing really well today, aren't they? There's all sorts of stuff about this game that's really, really disappointing. Like, for the example, the fact that you don't actually have, like, the Harlem Globetrotter, you know, uniforms. Instead, you have these, like, purple uniforms, except for the guy in yellow who you're controlling. There are the slowdown issues, though it's not really that bad. You see slowdown issues in every single basketball game on the NES, right? It's just because of the system and because it's trying to handle having these 10 sprites on the screen at once. Alright. Yeah, the overall pace and flow of this game feels a lot like an Atari 2600 game. The sound is Atari 2600 sound. Alright, we're not doing very well here, are we? We need to start making some shots. Oh, that's the end of the first quarter. Okay, we're down 20 to 10. 5 from 14 shooting. I'd prefer this game if we could just watch these cheerleaders the whole time. I think that sounds like a better idea than actually playing the game. Anyway, there are fouls in this game as well. There is a way that you can pull the referee's pants down, so we'll try to do that. You have to get the timing right. Shooting foul, there wasn't even anyone close to him. That's ridiculous. Anyway, this is the foul shot system. Lots of fun there, huh? It's a great, you know, exciting and innovative game that you have there with things like foul shooting and stuff. There we go. And of course, another foul after nothing happened. I was going to say, of course, like all of the great games, you have your computer-controlled teammates are completely incapable of playing defense, so they just stand there the whole time. And ideally, you'd be able to change to the guy closest to the ball, but you cannot. It's impossible because there's no button to change player on defense. So instead, you just sort of like run up to guys like this. Now, the idea behind this game is not really that bad. It's just that it doesn't work well as an NES game, right? As I said in my review, if you had like a version of NBA Jam that had Harlem Globetrotters players doing a bunch of like tricks and stuff, it would be awesome. It would be like really, really cool. You can see the other team can do tricks too. So there's that dunk from the free throw line. That is what I'm trying to do. There we go. Anyway, when you talk about stuff being really crappy, like, you know, those EA Sports games that I've complained about, the ones where everybody tells me, oh, you just suck at this game, right? This awful game, right? You must be bad at it if you actually think that this horrible game is bad. The thing is that there's a lot of things that this game has in common with that, right? So for this game, if you're trying to do a certain trick, you have to go to the like exact right spot on the floor to do it. Otherwise, if you just like kick the ball, or if you push the start button from most of these other places, you're just going to kick the ball in. That's it. Dude, the guy had 4 guys around him. He still made the shot. Anyway, so this game has a lot more in common with the Team USA basketball than you think. But the big question that we have to ask, though, is whether this is actually like the worst basketball game on the NES. And I really, really doubt that. I don't see this being the worst game. The game that we played yesterday was a lot worse than this, Magic Johnson's Fast Break. That game's really bad. This game, comparatively speaking, is actually kind of fun. It's just that after you play it once, you never want to play it again because you're like, you know, spare my sanity. I just got screened up on my own guy. No, actually, the white guys are their guys. But yeah, this is the whole game. This is what the game is about. And it's just this over and over and over again. I can't pass it, so I had to shoot that. Okay. I kept pushing A, but he wouldn't pass, so whatever. Yeah, I want to congratulate you because you have now seen everything that there is to Harlem Globetrotters on the NES. And now we still have another, like, you know, 10 minutes of gameplay left after this. There are some things that are nice, though, right? Like the time that it takes to play is pretty realistic. The clock actually goes at, like, the right speed. It's just the unfortunate thing is that you're stuck playing a really, really, really bad game. So we're 10 minutes into the video, and we've had 10 minutes of this. We made 1 3-point shot. Yeah, and that's basically it. We've stolen the ball 15 times, which is pretty good. There you go. I feel proud of myself for getting that trick to work. Oh, okay, if you want to do that dunk, you actually have to push B from there, not the start button. See, like I said, it's just like the EA games, right? Where you're pushing like B or whatever, you're pushing the A button from the free throw line, right? Like, oh, you want to do a fancy move? Well, you have to go back to the free throw line, and that's the only way you dunk it, right? You can't go up close. Why would anybody up close to the basket actually dunk it, right? You have to go way back. I don't know what's up with this, where I push the A button and he doesn't pass it. Have you ever had a video game where the player, like, disobeyed you, right? You're like, pass it, and the guy's like, no, I'm not passing it. Like, could you imagine that if you were playing, like, Madden and you had, I don't know, like, Troy Aikman or something, and you draw it back to pass, and you're going to pass it, and he's like, no, I'm not passing it. I don't care what you do with me, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather be sacked. Actually, I think some of the Madden games are like that these days, right? The game has decided that you can't pass. I love the way that the physics of this ball work, right? I mean, this is just wonderful, right? We block it and the ball like bounces up in the air and stuff. It's so realistic. Just the one thing we're missing is we don't have guys flopping on the floor, right? That would be Harlem Globetrotters LeBron James edition. Oh, I did it! So if you want to know how to do it, you have to push the B button instead of the start button to do that. Jeez, man, play defense. It's like playing with Scottie Pippen again. Anyway. Yeah, this game would probably be okay if there was, like, you know, actual music or, like, something else to do. As it stands, this is just a really, really bad basketball game. Like, we complain about, you know, Tecmo NBA basketball because it's literally, like, the same thing over and over and over again. But compared to this game, Tecmo NBA basketball is, like, an absolutely incredible game, right? It's, like, the greatest game of all time. There we go, in your face. I want to play NBA cheerleader simulator. That's what we need. Actually, you know what we need these days is we need to have the NBA gambling simulator, right? Where you make a deal that Adam Silver can't refuse. I can't believe I missed that dunk from the three-point line. Ah, come on, I didn't touch him. Anyway, yeah, you guys know what it's all about. Adam Silver and this talk about taking away the draft picks and all that stuff. So that's going to make things better, right? Making sure that the big teams get even more of the big draft picks. They're saying ostensibly this is because he's received pressure from gambling groups. It doesn't really make much sense when you think about it, right? The problem is that you know, if you're running like a sports book or something like that, it doesn't really matter. Like you know, if I don't know if like the Knicks are gonna win against like the, I don't know, like the Kings winning or something like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, right? The only thing that matters if you're running a sports book is that you have people betting on the sport. And people are probably less likely to bet on the sport if they think that the commissioner is in cahoots with gamblers. So, you know. Anyway, so it is. We got one more quarter of this. By the way, we'll play some NBA Jam, I think, later on today as well. If you're watching this on another day, which you probably are, you probably already know it because you can go watch the video. But yeah, if you're watching this the day I upload it, we'll have probably, I think, a second video today. Because I would hate it if my only basketball playing today was this game. That would be really, really sad. That's what this game is, man. This is... Usually you think about the Harlem Globetrotters as being like a good time and it's going to be fun with your family and you have like popcorn and stuff, kind of like going to, you know, I don't know, like see a circus or something. Not this game. This game, it feels like doing a chore. It feels like you're, you know, doing, I don't know, you're like washing the floor or something like that. Thinking about chores I'm supposed to be doing here at home. wonder if this will go in. Oh, maybe not. All right. There we go. We finally made a shot, huh? I don't know how in the world they keep getting these shots inside. Every time I, take the ball up the court, we don't have anybody on the inside like at all. Like, how are they penetrating like this, right? I guess it's because we don't have like glitchy graphics like that force us to force the computer to lose the ball. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah! Oh. We need to do the Tim Kutro edition of this game, right? He's heating up! Oh man, it's a close one. Actually, what they really should have is the dude from NBA Street Volume 2. I don't even remember that guy's name. That's got the best commentary. That's actually another game we should play. When we play that game, not if, but when, I'm gonna have to turn the music off so that we don't get everything demonetized. Because you gotta love YouTube and the YouTube logic and rules. I love how this game can just like do that at random. Like all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're gonna steal the ball from you and have an uncontested dunk. Because screw you, that's why. There we go. Anyway, there are some other pretty crappy basketball games, but this is definitely up there. There were some other games I was looking at and thinking about, talking about today. This one though is really, really special in its crappiness. I mean, this game's just awful. Okay, now we should be able to win. And we did it. We beat Harlem Globetrotters at the highest setting. 86 to 81. 42 for 75 shooting, only 2 3-point shots. We only got 16 rebounds, which is kind of a problem since you can't do anything to control rebounds in the game. 36 steals, though, that was my hard work. And we had 3 fouls in this game. That's it. Press a button to start over. Good times. So there you have it. There's Harlem Globetrotters. I don't think that this is as bad as Magic Johnson's Fast Break. I also do not think it's as bad as Ultimate Basketball. Let me know what you think. There are other really bad basketball games on the NES and some that are not so bad, so we'll play some of those sort of slowly as time goes on. But I wanted to get this one out of the way because I want to have a video that will come out with tomorrow about the worst of the NES basketball games. And yeah, we're going to feature this one, believe it or not. Anyway, there you have it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.